So how do I find peace? And I know so many of you are struggling trying to find peace or to be at peace. And I just want to share with you that peace is not something that you find. Peace is actually given to you. And who gives the peace is Jesus. So number one is the way that I actually started is by to connect my inner intent of doing good, of having a goodwill uh, uh, toward others, doing good to others and doing good to myself. So that's how I actually got started. And then the point number two is to move from simply believing in Jesus to actually knowing that Jesus exists. And that gives a desire, or at least giving a desire to do good and to stay away from sin. And I thought that basically I'm supposed to do good work and therefore I am saved or I find the peace. But I had it in reverse. And the correct way to look at it is I have faith, therefore a good work will naturally come out of it. I have a desire to do a good work, and therefore I stay away from sin. Now, don't get me wrong, we all sin, including myself, but at least I have a desire to try to stay away from my sin, or to stay away from a sin, and to do good work. So really, the point number two is knowing that Jesus exists and to stay away from my sin. And how is that? Is because I have a good desire. I have a desire to do good work. And then the point number three, one of the key to peace is to surrender. And something to understand is, which is very powerful, which is you are free because you do not depend on the circumstances or on the outcome. And the way that I look at it is the question that I ask myself is, are you not exhausted? Are you not tired of doing it your own way and fail? And personally, the way I look at it is I was exhausted of trying to do my own way and to fail. And so now I let God lead me wherever He wants to. And that gives a tremendous amount of peace. And then the next point, the point number four, is one of the key is to forgive and to have compassion for those who have hurt us. And why is that? It's because they were hurt themselves. And not only they were hurt, but they are also not healed yet, meaning that they have not found peace. So we can have compassion for them. And that's very powerful. It's seeing others through the eyes of Jesus Christ. And then the point number five is being humble. And it's mentioned so many times in the Bible. And personally, I was shocked to see how many times the word humble showed up in the Bible, and why to be humble. And to be humble is because to not be your own God. And again, I never knew that, but to start by faith and to end by faith, and not start by faith and end by effort. For example, like if I'm trying to do something and this is not working, so let me try to do something different. Let me try to move this. Let me try to control things. Let me try to control my family members. Let me try to control people around me. And what am I doing right? I'm basically becoming my own God. Me trying to control things around. And so the key is to be humble, just like Psalm 18:27, which says, "You rescue the humble," meaning God rescue the humble. And then one last point for peace, which is to recognize that God, Jesus, lives inside of each one of us. And do you think, or do you think that Jesus ever lived without being at peace? And so just keep in mind that Jesus lives inside of you. And to summarize, so to for peace, so if you forgive, if you surrender, and if you are humble, you will have a great amount of peace. And remember, the one that gives you peace is Jesus, and that's the only one that will give you peace. I just don't know anyone else that will give that to you. So God bless you, and I catch up with you soon.